Hey everybody, Raven Knight here, coming at you with an update video for this week. And hey guys, it's Thanksgiving week. Really looking forward to it. So what's going to be happening this week? Well, we're here to talk about it. Before we get started, typical shill. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Subscriptions really help us out. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to comment, because I do read the comments and I always appreciate what you have to say as long as it's respectful. And I will try to reply if I can and I have time, and if there's something I know how to say. One thing you got to know about me, guys, is I'm not always really great about starting conversations. I always end up looking kind of stupid, but I do try to respond and be very respectful in return. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Let's get on to the video. So first and foremost, Thanksgiving week is coming, and I know that you guys have some questions. The first one being, how is your leg, Raven? Well, I got good news and bad news. The good news is my leg is actually doing better. I can actually walk a little bit more on it without the assistance of crutches, which is good. But after about, I don't know, maybe 30 meters, maybe 40, it does start to hurt again, and I have to get back on the crutches. So I'm getting better, but not quite there yet. The bad part about it, though, is it's going to make what happens this week a little weird. I have a follow-up appointment with the doctor on Tuesday to see how the healing is going, and what he says will dictate if I can work this week or not. He may say, I don't know, you may need a bit more time to stay off the leg. I may need to extend your period on crutches for the rest of the week, which is going to make Thanksgiving a little weird. Or he may say, oh, you're ready to go back to work, and you can go ahead and get yourself scheduled. And if I'm scheduled, the problem with that is I might not be able to spend much time with my family for Thanksgiving. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, Thanksgiving is going to be a little bit weird for me. For those of you who don't know, I work as a server right now at Longhorns until I can move up to management or until another job opportunity comes my way. And with Longhorn Steakhouse, much like every Darden restaurant, they only give you Thanksgiving Day off. Thanksgiving Day is the only day they give you for a holiday other than Christmas Day. And because of that, the day before and the day after are up for grabs. I could be working those days. Not that I want to, but they may schedule me for it. And if they do, then I have to honor that obligation. So that may mean that I could only drive home to visit family for the morning of Thanksgiving, stay a little while, and then head home that evening so I can wake up in time the next morning for work. That may be exactly what happens. I don't want that to be the case, but it could very well be the case. And they're not going to be super lenient with me because I've been out for over a week now on injury. It all depends on what the doctor says. So pray for me, guys, as we get ready to face that music. We're going to have to see what happens. God willing, it'll work out in my favor. What I'd really like, what I think would be best personally, is if they said, hey, we're just going to keep you on crutches until past the Thanksgiving holiday, but then after that you can get back to work. That would be ideal, because then that would give me the day before Thanksgiving to get down there, spend some time with the family, have Thanksgiving dinner and everything with everybody, then head back, but we'll see. I've gone on about that long enough. We're almost 3 minutes into the video now. I need to move on. Okay, so what y'all really want to know, not just about my leg or my Thanksgiving plans. I mean, if you want to tell me your Thanksgiving plans in the comments, go right ahead. I'll read them. But anyway, on to other things. So the Maria video took off really, really well. I'm very glad for that. I'm really glad that you guys are enjoying these lore videos, because as you know, I'm a storyteller. Storytelling is one of my big things, and creating lore for each of my characters is a lot of fun. I really enjoy doing that. So I'm glad that you guys are having fun with the lore. I did Maria. Actually, one person in the comments said, hey, I thought you said Gladiator was the worst character, but your second video is on lore for her. Well, to be fair, I released a poll asking what people wanted, and they voted for Maria. So anyway, but that begs the question, who would you like to see next? We've done Ruth, my warden, and Maria, my gladiator. Who's next? Would you like to see someone from another faction? Would you like to see someone from the Knight faction? Would you like to see a male this time? Like, what would you like to see? Also, here's a question, and I'm very serious about this. I had a comment where someone said, it's a good story, but your voice acting is kind of cringe. You know, it's a little cheesy. Do y'all think so? Do y'all think I shouldn't voice act it? Do you think it should just be the third-person narrative, or do you think my voice acting brings something to it? Let me know in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just let me know. And I'm not calling out this person at all. I'm just saying, if y'all don't want me to voice act for these, I won't. I'll just do it third person. I just thought it was fun. People tell me that I do it okay, so wanted to see. So let me know in the comments, and I'll take it under consideration. Now, next video I'm working on is the For Honor and Glory chapter. It's almost done. My goal is to get it out before November is over. I will try, but writing and editing takes a long time. I really want to make sure I do this right, so please bear with me. I'm going to try my best. Unfortunately, because that is the next video I'm working on, and I don't know when it's coming out, odds are pretty good Shugoki, Heroes in History, will probably not come out until early December. Sorry to say that, guys. I have been trying to get that done, but I really had to decide, do I want to do For Honor and Glory right now, or do I want to do Shugoki? And right now, I'm feeling more For Honor and Glory. I really want to do some For Honor and Glory right now, so that's what I'm really putting my heart and soul into. But Shugoki Heroes in History will come. Do not worry. I am very excited to work on that. So, hey, you know, all the good things. Also, another thing is I want to thank all of you for your support with the Hervis Daubeny video. That just, I can't believe how much that took off. And again, I want to do another quick shout out. Thank you so much to Vita Neon for giving me the Daubeny gameplay footage. For those of you who don't know, what happened was I had done some gameplay footage of Daubeny, but I'd forgotten when I was redesigning Ruth's armor to be Daubeny's armor. I forgot to switch Ruth to a male format. So I was doing this footage as a female and I wasn't even thinking about it. So it was kind of like, oh crap, I can't use this footage. But then Vita, out of nowhere, just messages me and says, hey, can I get some footage for you? Because your footage is kind of low quality and I can get better quality. And it was really nice of him to do that. He didn't have to. Very friendly stuff. But he's an overall stellar content creator. He just released a recent video on Yorm. It's really, really cool. Go check it out. Go check out his channel. Very much worth the watch. Wanted to shout him out because he is just that awesome. Okay, thank you. Thank you again, Vita. But more to the point, the Daubeny video took off really, really well. I've been asked a lot of questions like, will I talk about Stegander? Will I talk about Civ? Will I talk about Ayu? Will I talk about... There are lots of characters that y'all want me to talk about. The problem is I can only really go into them if I know more about them. And honestly, I just knew I had more information about Hervis and Holden and Apollyon and War Mommy and all that. If I get more information on these characters, sure, I might make a lore video sometime in the future. But Hervis was a character people have been asking me to do for a long time, and so I thought I'd finally give it to you guys in honor of the Thanksgiving spirit. You know how it is. And also, people were pointing this out to me. Did you mean to release the Hervis Daubeny video the same day his event started up again? No, I did not mean to do that. That was not my intention. That just happened. It's so cool that it happened, but I did not intend that. Ubisoft, get out of my head. Stop reading my thoughts. Oh, man. But that is awesome. I'm so glad that that happened. As for my audio reading, like my book reading, Death Diary, I think went well. People are still enjoying Troy and Frost, I understand, so that's going well. And, of course, The Revenant King. Now, I've already given you chapters 1 and 2 of The Revenant King. There's only one more chapter of The Revenant King that is finished. I need to sit down and start drafting out the 4th chapter. I've kind of put it up to the side for a while to work on more For Honor-related stuff, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Who knows? But I'm excited to get back to it, and you guys seem to like Revenant King, so... hey, we'll see what happens. And if there are any other stories that you'd like me to read, like New Epoch, or Night Angel, or Shogun of Crime, anything like that, just let me know in the comments. I'll give it some thought. And that brings us to the last 2 pieces of information for the day. So, I was asked a question not too long ago, and I want to address it here. The question was, do I hate extra credits? Because I've done a lot of response videos to extra credits, and I've said in a few live streams that I have a great deal of disrespect for them. Now, here's the thing about that, and I want to make this clear. I don't hate anybody. Okay, I try very hard not to hate anyone. But I do hate disinformation. And the reason I've made these response videos to extra credits is because they are presenting themselves as an educational channel, teaching us about history, game design, myth, and books and plays now. And since books, plays, stories, games, and history and myth are all things that I love, I want to watch them and make sure that what they're saying makes sense. And if I can reach just a few people and say, hey guys, you may want to give this a second thought, that's important to me. So please don't take this as me saying that you should hate extra credits or belittle them or anything like that. And if I ever do that in my videos, forgive me. I sometimes get too passionate for my own good. But know that I want to be more respectful in the future. I will try my hardest in my response videos to be more respectful to others. And just know that I only do it because I want to make sure that all is fair, all is treated fairly, that kind of thing. Okay, so with that out of the way, story sharing time. Now, I recently did a video about Warhammer, so I think it's only fitting that I tell you about one of my stories that I wrote about Warhammer. Now, I recognize that this story will never be published. It's more of a fan fiction than anything. But for those of you who don't know, in the Imperium of Man, the Emperor created these Primarchs, who are basically like his kids. They're all created from his gene seed. But they're all male, and they all run their own Space Marine chapters. there are 2 Primarchs who are lost. They don't have names, they don't have Space Marine Legions, no one knows who they are because their names have been stricken from the records. The reason Games Workshop designed it this way is because they wanted us, the audience, to have the opportunity to insert our own Primarchs and Space Marine chapters into the world, to have our fun. And so I thought, let's do that. But I want to do something unique. What if there was a female Primarch? Because they're all male. What if there was a female Primarch? What would that look like? So I designed one. Her name is Naja Aldmera. Naja is the female Primarch of the all-female Space Marine Legion called the Basilisks. And their whole thing is they specialize in hit-and-run tactics, hard-hitting tactics. Think like Jormungandr from For Honor if they were wearing power armor, They fight hand to hand. They like to, but their big skill. A lot of them are very skilled with psyker capabilities. Warp rifting capabilities, and so through that, they have great potential. They're not as psyker gifted as maybe the Thousand Suns, but they're really good at it. The problem is they have a gene deficiency where if they overuse or overexert their psyker capabilities, it can turn them physically to stone. And so this was always a problem that Naja wanted to correct, but she kept it secret, kind of like the Black Rage that the Blood Ravens go through. Well, during the Rangdan Genocide, which was a major battle during the Great Crusade, a major warp rift during the battle caused several of her children to turn to stone before the eyes of several Primarchs and the Emperor, which upset her greatly. She was worried that the Emperor would have her children killed or executed to start over, or have them taken off duty, which would be a major dishonor to them. And so she said, no, we're not having any of this. So she fled to the warp with the remains of her legion to try to find a cure for their gene deficiency. And meanwhile, the Emperor, believing that she had fallen to chaos because she wouldn't come talk to him about the issue, struck her name from the records, making her one of the lost Primarchs. And that's pretty much her story. I designed her character to be a lot of fun to work with, like her relationship with the other Primarchs. Like, I kind of saw her having a bitter rivalry with Leman Russ. Like, the two kind of compete with each other. I thought that would be very funny. I thought that she might have a close brotherly connection to Horus or Sanguinius. Might find people like Gilliman kind of too much of a Boy Scout. That kind of thing. Like, kind of an expression of my personal views of the wider galaxy through her. And she was so much fun to write. I didn't get very far in her story because people kept pointing out to me, you can't write this, it's so cringe, you can't do this because, Warhammer doesn't have female Primarchs or female Space Marines and stuff like that. I'm like, I know that. I know I'm never going to try to publish this story. But it was always kind of fun to create and kind of fun to play with. What do you think? Do you like the idea of the story? Do you want to know more about Naja and want to participate in helping me write out her story? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, guys, that's going to about do it for me. I really look forward to this Thanksgiving week, and needless to say, I probably won't be able to release a lot this week. I'm going to try to get maybe something out, maybe do a live stream sometime this week. I'm going to try. I can't guarantee anything, but I'm going to try. Okay, guys? But you guys have been awesome. I really want to thank you guys as my community. I couldn't do this YouTube career without you. And there are times where I know I may have a really bad stream, or I may release a really cringy video, or I may have a really bad hot take, whatever the case. I do try very hard to make this channel something to be proud of. I want y'all to be proud of this channel because y'all are subscribed to it or y'all enjoy it. And to those of you who are new, who are just watching me for the first time, I hope that you find something wonderful on this channel. My community, as crazy as they can be, are some of the coolest people out there. You're people who want to learn. You're people who have a passion for knowledge, have a passion for history, for gaming, for myth, for storytelling. You're my kind of people, and I couldn't be happier to have you here. If there's anything I'm thankful for this Thanksgiving, it is having people like you. And I don't care how cringe this sounds. I'm thankful for my community. I'm thankful for how much this community has grown. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving holiday for those of you in the United States. If you're not in the United States, I hope you have an awesome week anyway, and my prayers go out to you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Take care.